What's up, everybody? This video you are watching is the Year in Wrestling 2010 Part 3. This is the final Year in Wrestling for 2010. I'm going to start talking about SummerSlam, then I'm going to go on to TNA. And maybe I'll talk about some Ring of Honor. If they had any pay-per-view events in 2010, I'm not sure. Anyway, SummerSlam 2010 took place from LA on August 15th, 2010. First match was Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, and I believe he might have had Vicky Guerrero with him as his manager. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston, and it ended in a no contest. So Dolph retains. Up next, we had Melina defeat Divas champion Alicia Fox to win the Divas title at SummerSlam 2010. So Melina became the new Divas champion. Big Show defeated Luke Gallows, which was pretty fucking boring in my opinion. Joey Mercury and CM Punk, I believe they were in the Straight Edge Society together. In a handicap match, Big Show defeated, my bad, Big Show defeated Luke Gallows, Joey Mercury, and CM Punk in a handicap match. So Big Show defeated the Straight Edge Society. Up next, Randy Orton defeated WWE Champion Sheamus by disqualification, which was a lame-ass finish. I hate disqualifications in championship matches. I hate that shit, especially on pay-per-views. There should be no DQs in championship matches. That is the worst, in my opinion. I mean, it's okay if it's in a U.S. title match or Intercontinental title match, but a world title match, there should be no DQs for the main events of pay-per-views, especially when it's for the world title. Up next, World Heavyweight Champion Kane defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. Team Raw, John Cena. And before I talk about this match, John Cena on a Raw. The Raw was close to ending. Then John Cena was invaded, and a lot of the NXT guys that were in Season 1 of NXT, I'm talking about Ryback. I think he had a different name. He was Skip Sheffield, but he was Ryback. It was him. It was Mr. Perfect's son, Curtis Axel. It was Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Michael Torvan, or Michael I don't remember the guy's name, Mike Taven or something. Anyways, Michael Torvan, I think. And it was David Otunga, Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater. All those guys were in NXT. Excuse me. All those guys were in NXT Season 1, I believe. I know Daniel Bryan was. I know Wade Barrett was. And I believe David Otunga, Curtis Axel, Michael Torvan, they were all in NXT Season 1. I'm pretty sure Heath Slater was also. So they surround John Cena in the middle of the ring, and Raw was about to end. Then they attack and beat the crap out of John Cena. It was fucking awesome. It was very, very, very well done. Very well done to introduce Nexus into the company. Very well done. It felt real. Nexus took the announcers out. They threw the announce table on top of them. Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole, and I believe that was it. And they tore the ring apart. They tore the bottom rope. I believe the bottom rope. They took it off the ring, or maybe the middle rope they took off the ring. They tore the ring apart. They tore the outside of the ring apart. They tore up the barricades. They threw the announcers' chairs down the aisle. They got rid of the stairs. They tore up the ring. They lifted the ring mat up they tore it up, and so wood boards were shown under the ring mat. And then Justin Gabriel went up to the top, hit a 450. And a lot of the other Nexus, Ryback hit his vicious clothesline. I believe Wade Barrett hit his finisher. Daniel Bryan on the outside of the ring attacked the announcer, Justin Roberts, and choked him with his own tie. Took his shirt off, took his tie off, and choked him out with his own tie. And then Daniel Bryan was actually released. He was fucking stupidly released for doing that to Justin Roberts with his tie. That was so stupid, but I guess they had to release Daniel Bryan because Chris Benoit choked. I guess he killed his, choked out his son or his wife somehow. I guess he choked them out. So WWE thought Daniel Bryan was doing what Chris Benoit did, and the company didn't want heat on themselves for what Daniel Bryan did, so he was released. But he returned at SummerSlam. They hired him back, thank God. But Daniel Bryan should have never been fired, in my opinion, but I guess we were living in the PG era. And also, they didn't want heat on what Chris Benoit did, but that was like 3-4 years ago, what Benoit did. Anyway, so what Nexus did, forming on Raw, attacking Cena, was fucking awesome. Very well done. Great way to introduce Nexus into the company. But then they screwed that up big time because they basically, Cena and the company buried Wade Barrett and didn't have him win the championship when he should have. Anyways, Team WWE was John Cena to fight Nexus. John Cena, Bret Hart, Edge, Chris Jericho, John Morrison, and R-Truth, and their mystery partner was Daniel Bryan, formerly of the Nexus. They took on Team Nexus, which were Wade Barrett, Skip Sheffield, David Otunga, Heath Slater, Michael Torvan, Justin Gabriel, and Darren Young in a elimination match. So I believe it's 7 on, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7 on 7. So we had a 14-man tag elimination match. It's a lot of guys to eliminate. Very early on, one of the Nexus, I believe, was eliminated. I think they're hit with a attitude adjustment. I can't really remember. Anyways, the winners were Team WWE over Nexus. My opinion, Nexus should have won that match. It would have got them over more as a big-time heel faction if they would have got the win at SummerSlam, but no, they did not because of stupid booking. So SummerSlam 2010 was pretty damn good. The main event was pretty great. The other matches were not that good. Night of Champions main event was for the, let's see, Randy Orton defeated WWE Champion Sheamus to win the WWE Championship again. So that was good. I was very happy Sheamus lost. Up next, we had Edge, Chris Jericho, and John Cena. Randy Orton defeated Sheamus, Edge, Chris Jericho, John Cena, and Wade Barrett in a 6-pack challenge. 6 men in the ring, 6-pack challenge for the title. Randy Orton won the title. And Night of Champions 2010. World Heavyweight Champion Kane defeated The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match. Now on to Hell in a Cell 2010, where we had WWE Champion Randy Orton defeat Sheamus in a cell, I believe, in a cell match. Natalya defeated Divas Champion Michelle McCool by disqualification. World Heavyweight Champion Kane defeated The Undertaker. Now on to bragging rights. The main event was, well, there was a couple matches that were main event worthy. First, World Heavyweight Champion Kane defeated The Undertaker in a Buried Alive match with help from the Nexus. Nexus helped bury The Undertaker alive. For the 500th time, The Undertaker got buried alive and disappeared and returned and rose from the dead. Anyways, up next we had Team SmackDown at Bragging Rights. Team SmackDown was The Big Show, Rey Mysterio, Jack Swagger, Tyler Rex, Kofi Kingston, Alberto Del Rio, and Edge, defeating Team Raw, which was The Miz, John Morrison, CM Punk, Ezekiel Jackson, Santino Marella, R-Truth, and Sheamus. In the main event, Wade Barrett defeated WWE Champion Randy Orton by DQ, which was stupid. I understand Randy just won the title, but Wade Barrett should have been a WWE Champion in his career, especially when he was in the Nexus. He should have been a WWE Champion. WWE dropped the ball. They really dropped the ball with Wade Barrett when they didn't give him the WWE Championship in 2010 or 2011. Now on to Survivor Series. Now I'll talk about some TNA pay-per-views. Survivor Series kicked off with U.S. Champion Daniel Bryan defeating Ted DiBiase Jr. by submission. Up next, John Morrison defeated Sheamus in a singles match, which was pretty boring. Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler defeated Kaval, which I think his name's Kaval, or I forgot how you pronounce it. Anyways, Dolph Ziggler defeats Kaval. He was part of NXT one of the seasons. His coaches were Laycool, which was stupid. Layla and Michelle McCool were the coach of Kaval, which was dumb as hell. Like, he needed them as their coach. He was a veteran. He debuted, I believe, in 2002 or 2000, so he didn't need Laycool as his coaches. Anyways, Kaval gets a title shot. I was happy about that, but Dolph Ziggler defeats Kaval. And low-key did not last long in the WWE. I believe he was not happy, and he asked for his release, and he got it. Because he didn't want to be there anymore, and he eventually returned to TNA. Up next, we had Team Rey Mysterio, which was Rey Mysterio Jr., The Big Show, Kofi Kingston, Chris Masters, and MVP defeated Team Alberto Del Rio, which was Alberto Del Rio, Tyler Rex, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and Jack Swagger. Up next, Natalya defeated Divas co-title holders Michelle McCool and Layla in a handicap match for the Divas title. So, I guess Natalya became Divas champion, but I don't really know. Maybe it wasn't even for the title. I don't know. Up next, World Heavyweight Champion Kane and wrestled Edge in a draw. I don't remember the finish, and I don't really care what it was. So Kane retained. Now, this wasn't a main event, but it was just a tag match. It was for the tag titles. WWE Tag Team Champions, the Nexus, Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater defeated Vladimir Kozlov and Santino Marella, which they were just a comedy act as a team, and they were pretty stupid. Anyways, main event was WWE Champion Randy Orton defending against Wade Barrett, and John Cena was the referee. This is the match I'm talking about. Wade Barrett got fucking screwed by the company. He should have won the title, but I believe I heard John Cena backstage playing backstage politics, which I don't enjoy backstage politics at all. But whatever. They're played at every job. Basically, every job you go to, there are politics involved. So Cena probably talked Vince into not giving the title to Wade Barrett to have Randy retain. And I know Randy Orton and John Cena are close friends, I guess. They're still friends. But Wade Barrett, in my opinion, should have won the title at Survivor Series. He should have won the title before Survivor Series 2010. They did an old school Raw. And Raw did a Piper's Pit. John Cena was on the Piper's Pit. He was forced to join Nexus and put on a Nexus shirt. And Cena was the guest referee, and Wade Barrett came out on Piper's Pit. It was a great segment. Wade Barrett said on the mic, "You better do what's right. You better not screw me as a ref, and you better do what's right." But Cena did not do what was right, because he buried him backstage, played politics. Wade Barrett loses to Randy Orton. Randy Orton retains. Nothing against Randy Orton. I don't think Randy Orton bitched and moaned about if he would have lost to Wade Barrett, but John Cena was probably involved and got Wade Barrett to not win the title and kind of buried him. But maybe that's not even true. Maybe John Cena did not play backstage politics, and maybe Cena had nothing to do with Wade Barrett losing at Survivor Series 2010, but I kind of think he had something to do with it. Because Wade Barrett should have won the fucking championship. He should have won the championship at least once and been a champion for a week or a month or 24 hours. He should have won the title. But Barrett was screwed. And now I'll just talk about TLC because it's the last WWE pay-per-view of 2010. TLC main events were Randy Orton, first WWE Championship. The Miz defeated Randy Orton for the WWE Champion, The Miz. Earlier he defeated Randy Orton on a Raw when he cashed in his Money in the Bank on Raw, and The Miz defeated Randy Orton shockingly. I was pretty shocked that The Miz became champion, but good for him. He's worked hard for years and years in the company. He deserved to be WWE Champion. And it was an exciting moment to end a Monday Night Raw having The Miz win the title. So The Miz was defending at TLC, and he defeated Randy Orton in a tables match to retain. Edge defeated World Heavyweight Champion Kane, Rey Mysterio Jr., and Alberto Del Rio to win the World Heavyweight Championship in a fatal four-way. Main event was John Cena defeating Wade Barrett again. Cena had to bury Wade Barrett by defeating him and not putting him over at all. So John Cena defeats Wade Barrett in a chairs match, which was stupid. Wade Barrett again. Wade Barrett should have won and went over. Now on to TNA. TNA's No Surrender took place in September 2010. The main events were, see here, TNA World Championship Tournament semifinals. Jeff Hardy defeated Kurt Angle, which ended in a time limit draw. So Jeff Hardy and Kurt did not win. It ended in a time limit draw. I remember this match very closely. I believe I ordered the pay-per-view No Surrender 2010. I have it somewhere on video. I don't know where the video is. Anyways, it's somewhere in my room. I have thousands of these. Anyways, not thousands. Probably still have about 350 videos in my room. Anyways, so what was I talking about? No Surrender. I remember Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy going to the distance. They tore the house down. It was a 5-star match. It was very good. But it ended in a time limit draw, and I believe it might have went to 2 or 3 overtimes. Main event was in the tournament. The final match, at least of the pay-per-view, was Mr. Anderson defeating whatever his name is, the Pope. I'll just say the Pope. D'Angelo De Niro, the Pope. So Mr. Anderson wins, and the other matches we had Velvet Sky defeat Madison Rayne. Was that for... I don't know if it was for the Knockouts title. Other matches, Generation Me were involved, and they were the Young Bucks in TNA. The Motor City Machine Guns were the World Tag Team Champions, and they defeated Generation Me, the Young Bucks, which probably was a pretty good tag match. I'm not sure. I have No Surrender 2010, but I think I have it on video because I ordered the pay-per-view and recorded it. Up next was Bound for Glory, October 10th, 2010, from Daytona Beach, Florida. World Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns, defeated Generation Me, Max, and Jeremy Buck, again at Bound for Glory, for the second pay-per-view in a row. Tara defeated Knockouts champion Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, and Madison Rayne in a fatal four-way, which was pretty good. Inc., Jesse Neal, and Shannon Moore defeated Eric Young and Orlando Jordan. X Division champion Jay Lethal defeated Abyss in a Monsters Ball match. Or no. That's wrong. X Division champion Jay Lethal defeated Douglas Williams. RVD, Rob Van Dam, defeated Abyss in a Monsters Ball match, which was pretty good. Kevin Nash, The Pope, and Sting defeated Samoa Joe and Jeff Jarrett in a handicap match. Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, this was, I believe, Team EV1, I believe their name was. Basically, former ECW originals, Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, Sabu, Stevie Richards, and Raven defeated AJ Styles, which I believe they were Fortune, I think was their name. They defeated, the ECW originals defeated AJ Styles, James Storm, Bobby Roode, Matt Morgan, and Kazarian. Jeff Hardy, in the main event, defeated Mr. Anderson and Kurt Angle to win the vacated World Heavyweight Championship. And Jeff Hardy, Hogan came out, Bischoff came out. They were heels at the time. And Jeff Hardy took a crutch from one of them, I believe. I think it was Hogan had the crutch because he just had back surgery or something. I believe Hogan has had like 6 or 7 back surgeries. Anyways, so Jeff Hardy drills either Kurt Angle or Mr. Anderson, drills them, breaks a crutch over their back, and then screws them, turns heel. Jeff Hardy turns heel. Jeff Hardy, I didn't think was that bad of a heel, but he was better working babyface. Obviously, he was a better babyface than he was heel. But I didn't mind Jeff Hardy as a heel. But when 2011 came around, things got really bad for Jeff Hardy. Substance abuse took over, and the guy actually showed up on a live pay-per-view pretty messed up in the head. He's either drunk or high, one of the two. He was really messed up against Sting, and the match was a fucking nightmare. It was a mess. Anyways, Jeff Hardy wins a world title at Bound for Glory, and I guess the finals of the TNA World Title Tournament. And Jeff Hardy then created his own title belt. That was his own designed TNA World Title, which looked pretty cool. Now on the Turning Point, which was in November, TNA Turning Point. The main events were Jeff Jarrett defeating Samoa Joe by referee stoppage. I don't know why the ref stopped the match. I don't remember. World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy defeated Matt Morgan. Now on to TNA Final Resolution, which was in December. The main events were, again, Jeff Jarrett defeating Samoa Joe in a submission match by the referee's decision. World Champion Jeff Hardy defeated Matt Morgan again. So Matt Morgan, they tried to push him in 2010, but he never won the big one, sadly. Matt Morgan, when he came back in 2010, Matt Morgan, the guy had the look. The guy should have been a world champion for at least a couple months because he had the look. And Matt Morgan, he could talk at least and cut okay promos in the ring. So that was Final Resolution. Other matches on it, you had Doug Williams defeat AJ Styles to win the TV title. World Tag Team Champions Motor City Machine Guns defeated Generation Me again. Max and Jeremy Buck. I can't believe the Young Bucks were even in TNA, but they were for a very short time in 2010. I guess TNA fucked them over and screwed them, so they never want to go back. I don't know what happened. Anyways, I'm looking at Ring of Honor events, and I'm going to talk about Final Battle. Ring of Honor's Final Battle 2010, which took place from the Manhattan Center in New York City. The All Night Express, Kenny King and Rhett Titus defeated Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, which I'm sure was a good match because all four of those guys are pretty good workers. Colt Cabana defeated TJ Perkins, and he later went to TNA and became Suicide. I believe in 2010 or 2011, he became Suicide. Sarah Del Rey and Serena Deep defeated Amazing Kong, which was Awesome Kong in TNA. So Sarah Del Rey and Serena Deep defeat Awesome Kong and Daisy Hayes in a tag match. Eddie Edwards defeated Sanjay Dutt. Homicide defeated TV champion Christopher Daniels in a non-title match. The Briscoes defeated the Kings of Wrestling, Cesaro, Claudio Castaneves, I think his last name. I'll just say Cesaro, and Chris Hero. So the Briscoes defeat the Kings of Wrestling. I don't know if that's for the tag titles. And another team was in it. No, they weren't. Anyways. Ring of Honor, I almost said TNA. Ring of Honor World Champion Roderick Strong defeated Davey Richards. El Generico in the main event. El Generico, which was Sami Zayn's character in Ring of Honor. El Generico defeated Kevin Steen in a non-sanctioned mask versus career match. It was damn good. Go type in YouTube El Generico versus Kevin Steen. Their matches were fucking epic. So this ends my Year in Wrestling 2010 Part 3 video. Next Year in Wrestling will be 2011 Part 1. I don't know when I'll get to it because the next week coming up is WrestleMania week. I still have to do a prediction show for WrestleMania. Still going to do a Raw review, TNA review, NXT review, and I might do a Ring of Honor review for tonight's Ring of Honor. Anyways, also after Friday night I'll be doing a NXT TakeOver Dallas review. So I got a lot of shows to do this coming week, so I don't know when I'll get to the next Year in Wrestling for the year 2011. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the Year in Wrestling 2010 Part 3. Follow me on Twitter at TNA WWE Guy, also at NXT WWE Guy. Have a great weekend. WrestleMania week is coming up. It's going to be fucking awesome. Bye for now, everybody.